Hey guys, welcome back to Breaking It Down. This is the first time you've been to one of these series. It's basically me just tearing apart some LEGO sets while I talk to you guys. I thought it was a crafty title, breaking it down, breaking down the chat, breaking down sets, breaking down cars. I don't know what we're breaking down here, but I appreciate you guys stopping by to hang out with me while I do this. It's one of those things that I would do no matter what, but it just makes more sense for me to do it and live stream it, right? Because I can chat with you guys while I do this rather than just watching YouTube videos or something. So the two sets that we're going to be tearing apart here, we got the Witch Brickhead and the Batgirl Badjet Chase. Both of these are sets I built recently on the channel. These aren't necessarily sets that I'm going to keep on display, especially since this is seasonal. I'll probably bring this out next Halloween. This Batgirl one, though, it's not, it's not a big enough set for me to keep out. And everything, kind of comes down to how much space I have. So when that's limited, you got to pick and choose your battles. And the Batgirl Badjet Chase, which Clark rated a 1 out of 10 because he wasn't understanding what ratings were. That one has to go. So I'm going to move that one out of the way just for now. Thank you guys for coming by. Let's just slide this out of here. Lots of extra pieces with this set. Hopefully they're supposed to be extras. And I got my bags. If you guys are about to witness what I do here with my sets. I don't know if this is a weird thing to do or not. I don't think it is. I think some people do this. But essentially what I do is when I'm done playing with the set or building it or whatever, I just take the box, I take the set, I tear it all apart, I put it in a Ziploc bag, and then I put that inside the box. So if I ever want to rebuild this again, I open this up, and everything's inside there, just like it was the day I bought it new. And I like that. I've done this basically since I started this channel. I think 2013 or so. We're coming up on 5 years here. I'll have to do something fun. Yeah, say goodbye to the Witch and Batjet, says Super Carboy. Say goodbye, and say goodbye to pieces dropping all over the floor, because that's happening too. How are we doing on lighting here? Things are looking okay. I think I'm going to turn the focus off. It's grainy as heck too. I don't think the visuals of this are nearly as important as the audio, because it's more or less just an excuse for me to chat to you guys. It really doesn't matter what we're doing, I suppose. But I'm going to try to make this look as good as I can, I think. At least we're going to try. We can bring that down. Nope, that didn't work. We'll keep that where it's at. And we'll go to webcam control, and autofocus is off. It's pretty bad that this webcam is so bad that you can't even have the autofocus on, because it'll constantly keep going back and forth. I don't know why it's so grainy. Probably because I don't have enough lighting over here, but that's alright. Again, it's just about what we're talking about. MFL says I have 37 mini dolls and 43 Star Wars, 24 City. Wow, you have a lot of LEGO sets. I don't know how many mini dolls I have. I'd have to count them up. I probably have, geez, I might have something close to that, because I have quite a few friend sets. Probably more than what I realize or want to admit. Not necessarily a bad thing, though. I don't mind mini dolls, honestly. We talked about it before. I guess we talked about it multiple places. They're in my opinion, they're good to keep girls into LEGO. If that's what it takes to get them into it, that's fine with me. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about, that's what I'm here for. I'll be going until these sets are torn apart, which shouldn't be too long. Let's start with the questions on things I'm going to buy. I think I'm going to start a series. Speaking of series, let's talk about this first. I think this series is called Breaking It Down. I'm actually going to move over to Brickitect probably in January, I think, where I'm going to record myself. Just going to be a recording of me tearing this apart with no audio. And then I'm going to field topics and questions from you guys to do a weekly series, or I don't know, however often I tear apart LEGO sets. I'm going to do a series with you guys where I answer your questions or talk about topics you want to talk about while I'm tearing sets apart. So the set tear apart won't be live, but you'll be seeing me tear sets apart. So it'll be something to look at while I'm answering all the questions that you may have. And I think that'd be pretty cool, and a lot more people would watch it if I made it as a regular video on that channel. So that's why I'm moving this. But when I'm asked about what sets I'm buying, I'm thinking about making a series too, just titled "Is Greg Buying It?" Every time there's a new LEGO set that's announced. I'm not going to talk about the news of it and talk about how many pieces it has and all that. The only question I'm going to answer is, am I buying it? I guess I will be talking about things I like and don't like about it, but literally the whole part of it is going to be, am I buying it? That way when I do live streams, those aren't questions. I'll just be like, go watch my video. In fact, I guess you probably won't have to ask, because you'll already know. But I think that's a fun take on LEGO news, because that's what people, I think, really want to know. You're not coming to me for to find out your LEGO news. You're coming to me to find out if I'm buying it or not. So I'll talk about it in that way. And I literally just came up with that idea 2 seconds ago. So thank you for that idea. Am I buying the pop-up book? Yes. I'll make a video on it. Why not do it on both channels? Nah. I want to keep it fresh. I'm going to stick with my plan. Just going to record myself tearing it apart. Because it seems stupid to be like talking on this while we're chatting live and then to redo a voiceover on top of that answering questions. So whatever we're talking about in this, I'm just going to make it on the regular channel again for the purpose that more people are actually going to watch it. And that's something that I've noticed with live streams. It's live streams really, like, outside of people watching the stream live and maybe some people coming in the next day to watch it, nobody watches live stream videos. But if I made it as a regular video, like my regular videos have people watching them all the time. Even videos I made a year ago, 2 years ago, people watch them. Live streams, for some reason, it's just not the same way. I think the whole live streaming aspect is that you have to be there live. And I think that makes sense. But I like that idea of switching it over. When am I going to play on Games with Greg? I think I'm going to switch that to like maybe Friday and Saturday nights, or just one of those 2 nights. So it's literally going to be 1 or 2 times a week that I'll be over there. I've actually been going to bed earlier during the week, and it's been really good for me to do that. I'm getting a lot more done. So I used to stay up really late doing all kinds of stuff, and especially when I do Games with Greg, I'm usually pretty pumped up after that, and I tend to stay up too late. So I've switched that around, and it's been a lot better in almost every aspect. Yeah, I agree. I sometimes listen to pre-recorded live streams while I build. I actually watch a lot of live streams after the fact, but the problem is no one live streams anymore. There was a huge trend, basically when I got interested in live streaming and like started doing it all the time. A lot of other people started live streaming then too, and then as I kind of backed away from it, a lot of other people just kind of quit or really don't do live streams. So it used to be you could, on any day of the week, you could find people live streaming. And now it's like you're lucky to find a live stream if you do. So that's kind of been a bummer. I wish people would still live stream, because I like the longer form content, and I like it when I can watch them after the fact, like you said, when you're doing something else. Mox Daily says I watch them all the time when I'm building. That's totally awesome. Yeah, no one wants to do live streams anymore. I think the whole live stream thing was everybody was trying to push for their watch time to try to get the watch time to get monetized, and then they realized that either 1, they weren't getting monetized, or 2, they got monetized. Then I guess that goal was kind of over. And I don't think premieres are the thing. I just think I don't know. I guess live stream fad is kind of past. If you're just tuning in right now, we are tearing apart the Brickhead's witch right now. I got her all torn apart, assuming she's a female. You didn't miss anything. You literally just started a couple minutes ago. And we're tearing things apart. The reason I'm doing this is I don't have a lot of space to store stuff or display stuff. I don't even have much space to store stuff at this point. But I can't keep everything on display, and I can't keep things built, so I end up tearing everything apart. I put them in Ziploc bags like this. Oh, Papa Bear's here. Papa Bear, I need your address. I thought I had your address somewhere. Maybe if you could email it to me, that would be fantastic. It's just brickatect.com@gmail.com. And just email me your address, and I'll get that out to you. I swear I had it. I probably should have had it. Wish I still had the box that you sent all of the Japanese snacks in, because I could have just used the address off that, but I don't have it. Is Clark asleep? Yes, he is, hopefully. He went to bed right before I started the stream, and I was like, seems like a good night to tear some sets apart. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, finding the time to live stream AMW is not the easiest thing to do. That's where I'm at. That's why I have to start my streams. I like to start my streams at like 7 o'clock ideally, but that's kind of like family time, and then I have to wait until Clark goes to bed, so they start pretty late. Yeah, I'll get tons of emails. I'll put y'all as spam. So I guess I'll say this while you're typing your email to me right now. I'm not going to read anyone's email except for Papa Bear's. Everyone else is just going to get deleted, so if you want to save your time, don't email me, because I'm not even going to open your email. That's just a recipe for disaster. Let's get some air out of here. Yeah, Jim Blade says, I haven't been streaming because of school and Fortnite. It's partly your fault. I was surprised over the summer, though, when you guys didn't really live stream that much. There were some late night things, but it just kind of died off after a while. And that was the prime time to be streaming, especially if you're one of these younger guys that was in school and your entire fan base is out of school with you, and no one was really live streaming, and that's just continued into the fall here, where there really is no live streams. So this is my encouragement to you guys, anybody that's out there. If you want to start live streaming, there's probably some people out there that want to watch it, that are desperate to see some streams, and maybe you could fill that void. So go ahead and do it. What shows do I watch? I watch Survivor. That's the only show I watch. I don't really watch regular TV. In fact, I'm not even sure why we have cable, because there's nothing on TV that I want to watch. Oh, if you're wondering, the set that I'm tearing apart right now is the Batgirl Batjet Chase, set number 41230. So, yeah, there's nothing on TV that I watch. The main thing that I watch is YouTube. And even YouTube, it's sort of at the point, like, I wish YouTube did a better job recommending videos to me, because I watch, like, videos and stuff like that, but then I kind of run out of things to watch, and YouTube just kind of recommends the same thing all the time. And I wish it was like, okay, if you liked this style of video, you'll like this other creator that makes a similar style of video to that. Instead, they just keep showing the same videos from that same person that I watch. And like, it should be their job to show me other things to watch, right? That way I find new creators and people that I don't know exist. Because YouTube, the hardest thing is finding people that exist. There could be somebody out there that you absolutely love to watch, and you don't even know that they exist right now. You couldn't find them if you wanted to, because you like, what is there to search for? Unless you look for a topic and you end up finding someone under that topic. Like if you like, I don't know, mountain biking, and you find this awesome person that does mountain biking videos, that's how you do it, I guess. But if you watch a bunch of mountain biking videos, YouTube should be like, hey, I think you'll like this guy that goes mountain biking all the time. I don't know, it's just, that's one of my pet peeves of YouTube. They could do a much better job at recommending stuff. Alright, so we're tearing this thing apart. I kind of like this build. The only thing I didn't like about it, I guess, was the weird color scheme. I wish it was all purple, honestly. Surprising to hear that, I'm sure, but if you're going to be Batgirl, you don't need any blue on your vehicle. Make it all purple. Do we have cable so Clark can watch Thomas and Friends? Partially, yeah. I mean, Disney Junior and Nick Jr. are big parts of it. PBS is a big part of what we watch. I guess I couldn't cancel cable, because not because I don't watch it, but because the rest of my family does. So I don't think we could ever cut cable. I didn't think about cutting Netflix, though. I don't really watch much on there, and we're paying, like... Have I watched Jazza? No, actually, maybe I have. I think Alf actually recommended Jazza to me. It was like art stuff. I think I do recommend it. Or I don't recommend it because I don't remember it, but I think Alf told me about it. Or him. Jim Blade says, the thing you're describing is similar to how I found you. I searched through my recommended for yard sale hauls, to be specific. Yeah, I think that's the really weird thing about my channel, is I think a lot of people find me through the yard sale haul videos and like the flea market stuff, and then they subscribe because they watch a whole bunch of videos where I do that, right? So they're like, oh man, this guy does all this yard sale stuff. This is awesome. What set did this piece come from? Rolled out of the way. I wonder if that was from The Witch. Must have been. Maybe it was from this set. What was I saying? So people find us through the yard sale videos, and they subscribe because they think that all I do is yard sale videos, and they love it. And then what happens is they find out that most of my videos are just me and Clark goofing around and having fun with Lego sets, and then they unsubscribe, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, I'm not saying that everyone unsubscribes, but I think a lot of people, I don't do the content that they necessarily signed up for, and that's one of the dangerous things of making videos that aren't all the same. Like if you're a guy that all you do is Lego reviews, or all you do is Lego speed builds, or all you do is yard sale hauls, people are way more likely to subscribe to you because of that. But if you do a variety of content like I do, which I think my content is probably has more variety than the majority of Lego channels, it makes it very hard for people to commit to subscribing. And I searched just the other day. I was curious to see how many subscribers I've actually lost this year. And on Brickitect, we've lost over 6,000 subscribers this year. And to some of you guys, that's probably like mind-blowing. Like, to even gain 6,000 subscribers is insane, but we've lost 6,000 people. it's at one point in this year, over 6,000 people have said, I like what you're doing, and then at some point said, I don't like what you're doing, which is insane. Just absolutely insane. But maybe that's just the way it goes. I lose a lot of subscribers on Greg's World too, probably for the same reason. They find us for Chocolate Lab videos, or they find us for Clark videos, and they're like, wait, what is this stuff? What's this guy doing? And then that's what happens. So I'll do a video at the end of the year with the total, and that'll be a nice title. I lost 7,000 subscribers. But there you go. That's how it happens. That's why if you're making a Lego video or a Lego channel or whatever channel, you should probably just stick to one thing. But for me, my personality, that would just completely take away my motivation to make videos, because I get bored very easily. I can't do anything for too long. I need variety, and I need to keep things moving. So that's kind of what I do. And the thing is, if my thoughts are, if people don't like the videos that I'm currently making, like so if they did sign up for yard sale videos and I don't do enough of those or whatever, that's fine. I'm sure there's someone else that does yard sale videos, and there's no I'm not upset about it or anything. It's just the way it is. I just dropped that. AMW says, I wish YouTube made you write an essay saying why you want to unsubscribe to a channel. Then you could, when you do unsubscribe that way, you know what you're doing wrong. That would be so nice. One thing I wish YouTube would do, I mean, it would be nice if they had an exit survey, like, why are you unsubscribing? And then it could say, like, I didn't like the videos went down in quality, it's not the same as it used to be, this person is a jerk, I don't know. But, like, one thing I wish they would do is, when someone dislikes one of your videos, say someone dislikes one of your videos that you just uploaded today, for example, and then tomorrow you upload a video and the same person dislikes it instantly or whatever, and then the next day they dislike it instantly. I wish YouTube would eventually block that person from disliking your videos, because I literally have like 3 or 4 people every single day that dislike my videos, and I'm sure it's the same person. Like, the funny thing is, the one time I did a premiere just to experiment with it, I had 2 dislikes before the video even started, like 2 dislikes in the premiere, which is insane. And like I get like 1 or 2 dislikes every single day within a minute of the video uploading. So someone out there has notifications turned on every day. Every day they have notifications turned on, and every single day they come to my video and they dislike it. Like, that's dedication. So I admire them for that, but I think eventually YouTube should block that person from disliking videos, because it's like, all right, you've disliked 300 of this person's videos in a row. I think you're done, right? But yeah, you always have dislikes. Sometimes I think dislikes come from just maybe younger kids that are watching and maybe hit the wrong button or smash on buttons. I find that on Greg's World quite a bit. You'll find a higher dislike ratio there, because I think young kids have their iPads or parents' iPads, and then they click a button and it ends up happening. Jim Blade, appreciate the recommendation for the show. I don't plan to add any shows to my repertoire of shows, which consists of Survivor. We're talking about subscribers. I'm talking about Survivor. But yeah, it's fun. They should definitely do the exit survey, even if the person didn't want to answer it. Just be like, I don't know if you've noticed that on the recommended page. Like, sometimes if they recommend the same video to me all the time, like I've seen it there for 6 months and I haven't clicked on it, YouTube, I guess, isn't smart enough to be like, all right, this guy apparently isn't going to click on this video, let's show him a new one. Instead of showing me the same recommended video over and over and over and over and over again, show me a new one. So sometimes I'll click the button where it says not interested and it says tell us why. They should do the same thing for unsubscribe. Unsubscribe, tell us why. I hate this guy. I don't know, something like that I think is a great idea. But yeah, if you want to dislike this video, go ahead. The truth is, dislikes are likes, and I've said this before to you guys, so you don't get discouraged when someone dislikes your video. YouTube doesn't care what they do. YouTube doesn't care if someone likes your video, dislikes it. They like that audience engagement. So when people comment on your videos, that's why all your favorite YouTubers, 2 seconds into the video, like we always make fun of, 2 seconds in the video, they always tell you to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on their videos. It's because that helps in the YouTube algorithm. They like it when there's interaction with the audience. They like it when the audience is engaged. And clicking that like button, like or dislike, shows engagement. It shows you're passionate enough about it to either like or dislike the video. And you could have a video with more dislikes than likes, and YouTube will recommend it because it shows that people feel a certain way about it, right? So it's definitely a good thing. I just get annoyed when people beg for that crap. The creator of Random says, I wish you could skyrocket to 1 million overnight. Wouldn't it be nice? Honestly, subscribers means nothing. Like, it really is meaningless. What is more important, and so many people put a focus on subscribers, what's way more important than subscribers are the number of people that actually watch your videos. Like, if you have, say you have 1 million subscribers and only 10,000 people watch your videos, is it really that meaningful to have 1 million subscribers? Oh geez, we just lost a piece. To me it isn't. I'd much rather have the viewers. Like, I honestly wish, here's another thing I wish YouTube would do. I wish they would take people that haven't watched one of your videos in a year that are subscribed and unsubscribe them from your channel. Because I'd like a gauge as to how many active subscribers I have. Or even if they could just make that into like a statistic on the creator page or something where you could see how many active subscribers do you have? How many people have done something on your channel in the last month, 2 months, 6 months, year? And how many people are just dead weight on there? How many people haven't never done anything on your channel other than maybe they subscribed when they watched a yard sale video 2 years ago and they haven't watched since? AMW says subscribers aren't meaningless unless, at least once you pass 1K. Yeah, they're still meaningless even if you're at 1K. What some of you guys need to realize about hitting the whole monetization thing is, even if you hit 1,000 subscribers and you have the watch time and all that stuff that YouTube wants, you're going to realize that with the views that you're getting off 1,000 subscribers, depending on how often you upload and how crazy your numbers are, I guess, you might be making $4 a month or something like that. Subscribers really, like, the number is meaningless. I mean, subscribers aren't meaningless because it means that people are engaged in your videos and stuff like that. And it means that people are liking what you're doing, but looking at that number and judging someone from that number is meaningless. Like, if you look at me and you're like, oh, he has 36,000 subscribers, how many people actually watch my videos on a daily basis? I might get like 4,000 or 5,000 people that watch my videos. Does it really matter that I have 36,000 subscribers? I literally have as many people watching my videos right now as I did when I had 20,000 subscribers. It's just the people, it's just the way it works. The longer your channel's around for, the more subscribers you're going to have. You're probably going to get more views over time, but it's not going to be in proportion to your subscriber amount. So, I didn't know this was going to turn into like YouTube business, but yeah. The thing about YouTube, I mean, if you're going to make a channel and you're going to do this, you have to absolutely love it, because you're never going to last on this platform if you're doing this for the money. I saw someone said, I dislike people who post YouTube for the money and aren't enthusiastic about the content they're posting. You're never going to make it. It's going to take way too long for you to get to the point where you're actually making an amount of money that makes your time worth it. Like, for years, I would have been better off the time that I was putting into this just to go work a part-time job at minimum wage, but I had a passion for making videos and sharing my life and doing this kind of stuff. And if you have that passion, you'll stick through it, and eventually, maybe you'll get to the point, if the YouTube algorithm gods are good to you, it'll get to the point where you're making a decent amount of money, and maybe you can do this as a living, or for a living. But the truth is, if you're not passionate about it, you're going to quit way before that ever happens. You're going to probably quit before you get monetized. If you're just jumping on YouTube and you're like, man, I'm going to make some videos because I saw some people do it and I'm going to make some money at this and I'm not going to have a job, well, it's not going to happen unless you truly love this, because you're going to have to get over the huge hurdle that is getting to the point where you're actually making any kind of money that justifies the time you put into it. So, but if you do love this, if you love making videos, or if you're passionate about sharing whatever it is that you want to share, whether it's Lego or anything otherwise, and we're done tearing these apart, but I'm still having a good time with you guys, so we can hang out for a bit. I recommend starting a channel. Creator of Random says, I just subscribed to 5 people. See, that's an example of... You subscribe to 5 people, I'm assuming from the chat. Did you look at their channels? Did you determine if you're actually going to watch their videos? That's like when you get subscribers and they're people that aren't really doing anything on there. So that's an example of it. Just got a donation from Papa Bear. Said, excited to see what retirement lets Papa Bear do with each video production. Yeah, man, like, once you have the time, less than 2 years, I think he said, it's going to be fantastic. Of any people that I wish could go full-time, man, I would love it if Brickzar could go full-time on YouTube. If he could somehow leave his job and dedicate all of his time into Lego, or at least more of it, I would love to see what he could do, because he has probably one of the most fascinating Lego collections that I've seen, and just such a great guy, and I would love to see more of that, and I wish he had the time to do it. But you know, when he's trying to run a couple of channels, he has a full-time job, he's running a Bricklink store, he's got a family, like it's just a lot to do. But man, I would love to see the possibilities. Like, I want to see Brickzar open up like a Lego museum, and I just want to see him go through all of his stuff and share it and talk about it. It'd be fantastic. MW says, I'm kind of skeptical on turning my channel into something I can make money from. I heard that turning a hobby into a job tends to make it feel more like work than fun. And I want this to be fun. That happens with people. Like, I sometimes think about, you guys know Ninja, who plays Fortnite, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys know Fortnite. And he plays Fortnite. My nephew's told me he plays Fortnite like 12 hours a day. How long until you don't have fun with that anymore, right? Like, you're playing Fortnite, it's a good time. Day 1, you played for 12 hours, that was epic. Day 2, you go in and it's like, all right, this is still kind of fun. And then day 3, it's like, oh my God, I got to play this for 12 hours today. Like, how long until you don't love it anymore? I can say this, like, from what I do, I've turned this into a job, and I still love every part of it. Will that ever change? I don't know. Like I said, I tend to like move on from things and get bored easily, but YouTube has been that thing that's I've done longer than almost anything, and I think it's because I can do whatever I want. I'm not tied into one very particular thing, and I'm not tied into making a certain type of video, and I've allowed myself on both of my channels to do anything, and it seems that people are okay with that. Like, if one day I'm building a Lego set, next day, I don't know. I don't really have an example. I guess it's a better example on Greg's World, but when you have a group of people that have gotten to know you over time, and they like what you do, and they respect you, and they want to follow what you're doing, it doesn't really matter what you do. Like, they're not there because I'm sharing the next big Lego leak. They're there because they want to see what we're doing today. And I think that's a real honor, and I appreciate you guys for being a part of that and being with me for that. Lego Freak says he wants to see Brickzar do full-time too. Yeah, man. It's and with him, with mobile channels, it'd be really cool. But I know he's kind of like the sole breadwinner of the family, as far as I can tell, and it's tough when you're relying on health insurance and things like that. Like, I'm lucky that my wife has health insurance. I mean, I'd like to get to the point with YouTube someday that if I was making enough that we could pay for health insurance, which is here in the United States, if you're not from the United States, if you try to buy your own health insurance outright, it's astronomically expensive. Oh, you want to see Mr. Gold? Yeah, he's right here. That's Mr. Gold. Mr. Fool's Gold. $2. $2 Mr. Fool's Gold. Just like the real thing, guys. Only $1,600 less. But what was I talking about before we got distracted there? Yeah, it's like I said, I'd like to do something where my wife could be off all the time too, but I mean, I don't know what, I think she would get incredibly bored. Like, during the summer it's one thing because we're traveling, we're trying to cram all the stuff in that we can during the summertime when she's off, but when you don't have like a life purpose, like, not saying that she doesn't have a purpose, but like my purpose is, like, I wake up every day and I'm like, let's make a Lego video, let's make a Greg's World video, which you guys are going to love tomorrow's video on Greg's World. We created a Trackmaster track that runs through the whole house, but I don't envy stay-at-home housewives, I guess, if you want to call it that maybe just take care of the house and, just kind of, they're there. I know that's a lot of work and stuff, especially if you have kids to take care of them, but I feel like you need something bigger than that. Yeah, my wife's a teacher. So luckily she has good health insurance and stuff, which takes care of that and allows me to kind of do this self-employed thing. And I'm curious to see how that all works out with taxes this coming year. It's going to be pretty brutal, I think. Thank you, Silent Knight, for that compliment. He said he or she said these videos warm my heart every day, or every day. I appreciate that. That's a nice thing for you to say. It's just it's crazy with Lego, the amount of possibility that there is. Like, I look over my shelf and I just see so many things that I can do, and it's so cool. Do I like stop motion animations? I do like them. I appreciate them, and I respect the people that make them. I can't see myself ever making one, though, because it's an incredible amount of work. I don't have the patience for that. I like just turning the camera on and being like, hey guys, welcome back, you know, doing my thing. Our videos don't require a whole lot of work in making them. It's in editing them that takes a lot of time. I try to make the cuts as precise as I can and try to keep it as entertaining as possible. And I try to make my videos in the shortest amount of time that I can. How much did I get the Witch for? I paid retail for that, unfortunately, directly from Lego. It was $10, I believe. Wish I would have got it cheaper. Yeah, I am building the hype for the video tomorrow. We literally built a Thomas track through the whole house, and it was fun. We had a good time today doing that. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else to talk about. If you guys ever want to tune into like a weekly thing that's like this, where it's me just kind of talking about random stuff. I know there's nothing visually here to look at this point now that I'm done doing this. These videos tend to go a little fast. Like I said, when I move this over to Brickitect, it's going to be like maybe a 5 to 10 minute video where I'm literally just going to answer questions or talk about topics that you guys talked about or asked me from the previous week or whatever. I don't know if it's going to be a weekly thing. It's going to be whenever I have sets to tear apart. But I think that'll be kind of cool for a video, and I think people will really enjoy that because they'll be able to answer a lot of stuff and talk about a lot of stuff that I get questions on repeatedly over here. Yeah, what I was trying to say there is I do a series called Good Morning World, which used to be Good Morning Brickitectors. Moved it over to Greg's World because I like to take that in a direction that's away from Lego. But if you like to have me talk about pretty much anything outside of Lego, it's every Sunday morning I do that, like around 9 or 10 o'clock or so. Did I get the Bean There donut set from Target? I haven't gotten that yet. I was contemplating it. I'm not like super thrilled on it. Like I think it's almost $20. Like it was like $15 on sale or something. I'm not like super psyched on it. I'm kind of changing my collecting a little bit. Like you guys know that I used to love Lego Creator, and now I look at my Creator stuff and I look at all the years of Creator that I've done, and I see some stuff recycling like the same kind of ideas and the same sets. And I'm thinking about taking my collecting in a way where I collect more unique sets. Like Lego Ideas is an example of some really like interesting sets and ones that you look at and you like remember. Like I don't really remember like the 4th plane that I built in the Creator line, or you know, stuff like that. Like I want to get into, like I'll even give Ninjago credit if Jim Blade's still here. Like Ninjago sets are all very particular to whatever season in Ninjago it is or the movie, and they're memorable. Like Lego Creator and I guess Lego City suffers from the same fate. They're not memorable. Lego Star Wars is an example of things that are memorable, even though they recycle themes over and over again. It's like, okay, that's the X-Wing or whatever, you know. But the problem is, it's like that's the 15th X-Wing that I built because they keep making them over and over again. So I don't know. I'm thinking about changing my collecting. I might just get like the Creator sets that I really love next year. Like, because I even went back and looked at the Creator sets from this year. Like I had my Target cart filled with Creator sets, online virtually, of course. And I looked at it and I was like, do I really want these? Can I afford to even bring these into my backlog? And I was kind of like, nah. Yeah, Will's Builds has it right. The modular sets. Like modulars are a great example of sets that are unique and you're going to remember them built. I guess the way I'm going to try to start collecting is when I buy a set, do I want to keep it on display? Do I want to keep it built? And if that's the case, then that's like a set to buy. If it's a set that I'm going to build and then kind of just put away, maybe not so much. EH is here. Welcome. GT Jizzle's here. Welcome, son. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people like Lego Creator sets. For me, I liked it because it's a 3-in-1, and the fact that they're kind of universal pieces, so you can do a lot with them. But I don't find myself really doing much of that. I kind of just build the primary build. Sometimes the secondary build is okay. Usually the third build is usually kind of garbage in most cases. Like it's very rare to find a Creator set that all 3 builds are fantastic. So I don't know. We'll see where my collecting goes in the future. I'll definitely be making a video in January of the sets that I want in January and so forth, just so you guys know. But yeah, I wonder if I could look at my Target cart now and just see what I have in there so I could tell you guys. I don't know if it's still in there or not. My cart's empty. Apparently not. Let's take a look. Maybe they're saved. Nope. Oh yeah, they're saved. So I was thinking about getting a couple Creator sets. The Daredevil stunt plane, the Creator Sunshine Surfer van, which I always thought was a good one. And there are 2 city sets too, the Airshow Jet and the Monster Truck. Those are 4 sets that I had in there, and I was kind of like, should I do it? They're already down like 20%, and Target's doing $10 off a $50 purchase. But there's 4 sets. And then I was also thinking about getting the Octu training. I don't know. Jim Blade says, I can't wait for January 1st. I'm going to be broke again. Why do I call it GTG Sun? Because it's an old joke. It goes way back. I don't want to be buying in January. I really need to see the sets. I wish they were out now. It's already November. I want to see some actual stuff. Creative says the Torso Easy sent you a while ago. If you were thinking of making torsos, you can't put your own logo on it for some reason. Why? EH has the Airshow Jet. It's not that great. I kind of like it. I mean, I know it's kind of out of proportion. What do you guys think of the Daredevil stunt plane? It's 31076. It's only $15.99. I also like the Sunshine Surfer van. So those are the ones that are like basically finishing off my 2018 list. Those are like the only sets that I still need to get. And I mentioned Octu Island, which I need to make some modifications to that, almost like I did with the Great Hall to make it decent. Will I get any Lego Overwatch sets? I do like the Bastion. Not the one that's out right now, but I like the Bastion that's coming out. Hey, Maniac's here. Welcome, Maniac. Maniac, I have to ask you, that in your video, was that staged when your mom dropped the rose? I need to know, because that was classic. But yeah, I think the Bastion, I'm probably going to get it. That looks pretty cool. Oh, Darren, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that. Okay, Maniac says it wasn't staged at all. I was wondering. I watched that and I'm like, that was just too perfect. But at least it got rebuilt. Back to good again. If you're just tuning in, you missed kind of like, I guess, the visual aspect of this stream, which was me tearing apart these 2 sets. I got them all boxed up, but we're having a good time here, so I just kept the stream rolling. We're at like 36 minutes now, which is crazy. EH says for 16, that's a good deal, plus $10 off of 50. So if I got that, and say I got Octu, which is 23, that puts us at a little over 40, and then I had like another $10 to that. We could work it out. Yeah, get the gist. This is essentially turned into a late night radio show, I suppose. Only you have, you got a couple sets to look at. I guess I could turn them so you can actually see them too. Does it really matter? Mr. Gold's proudly displaying himself there too. Mr. Fool's Gold. Yeah, Black Friday's coming. Did you guys hear about the Switch deal that Target's doing? It's not spectacular, but it's okay. They're doing Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart 8 digital for $2.99. So you're essentially getting Mario Kart 8 for free. And it's a game that I already have for the Wii U, but I'd certainly like it again for the Switch. So I'm getting that. I asked for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for Christmas, so I'll be getting that. I'm going to try to get my hands on Super Mario Odyssey. There's a couple downloadable games that I want to get as well. I considered Super Mario Party, but I think most of the time I'd be playing that solo, and I heard it's way more fun when you have people with those kind of games, so probably pass on that. I'd like to get Super Mario Aces. Like, any first-party Nintendo games are great. I thought about playing Skyrim on the Switch because I played a little bit on PlayStation 3, but I never beat the game. And I thought on the Switch, if I can do it kind of like handheld, whenever I'm laying on the couch and stuff, I can play a little bit of it. Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey, I can't wait to play. I consider Super Mario Galaxy 2 to be my favorite Mario game of all time. I loved it. I didn't play the Mario games for the Wii U. I should have. But yeah, the first-party games you can't go wrong with. Mario Tennis Aces, possibly. Third-party games, though. Ugh, there's not much to choose from there. But we'll see what happens on Black Friday, see what kind of sales are happening. I already shared with Jim Blade, and Sega actually shared with me PlayStation 4. 1 terabyte PlayStation 4. Not the Pro, but 1 terabyte PlayStation 4 with Spider-Man, which is a $60 game. They're selling for $199. Which is absolutely insane. $199 with a $60 game. Like, if you're looking to get into gaming, grab yourself a PS4 for $199. Get Spider-Man. Grab a $60 PlayStation card or whatever, or download PlayStation Network. Download Fortnite. You got 2 games right off the bat. And it's enough to keep you busy for a while for sure. So this kind of turned into a video game. Hey, Brick Vibe. Yeah, that's the deal that I shared with you. That's for sure. It's fantastic if you're looking to get into video gaming. I haven't seen any Xbox deals, so we'll have to see what comes of that. Brick Vibe, you're just tuning in. I tore apart a couple sets. Now we're talking about video games, apparently. Maniac says, I guess I got to get the Spider-Man bundle and maybe then play Fortnite since I can't otherwise. Free game, you can't beat it. Of course, it's only free. The first hit's free, and then after that, they want you to dip in and buy some things in the game. You don't have to. You could literally play Fortnite forever for free, but I think most people tend to drop a little bit of money on there. And all the people that I've interviewed on Games with Greg, I would say the average is probably maybe $30 is probably the average. I've had people that say they spent nothing. I've had a lot of people say like 20, 30, 60. A few people that said $200 they've spent on there. So it kind of averages out, and it's kind of funny that a free game ends up costing you. But the way you can look at it is I'm getting the game for free, so even if I spend 20 bucks, it's not so bad. Any Lego deals for Black Friday? I don't know yet. I haven't seen anything. I know Walmart always does one of those big boxes or whatever. I think do I have one over here? They do one of the big classic boxes that I'll probably end up getting for $15 or $30 or whatever they do. I don't know what else they're going to have. I might get the Vestas windmill or wind turbine. I don't know if you can call it a windmill or not, but I might end up snagging that for Black Friday because I know Lego's coming with the heat. We'll see. Am I getting the Lego Creator pop-up? Yes. It's glorious. Lego Worlds. Man, I've passed on it a couple times. Hit or miss with a lot of people that are reviewing it. Not only people professionally that review, but just people that have had the game. They're saying it's not that great. I think I'm going to stick with Minecraft. I watched this dude playing Minecraft on YouTube. Apparently, when I did a search for Minecraft videos, now they think that that's all I want to watch. So I started watching this guy. And, man, it's amazing what you can do in that game. I had no idea some of this stuff. Like, dude had a parrot. He got a cat. I was like, you can do that in that game? It's crazy. Yeah, I'm not getting the Taj Mahal Lego Freak. I know it's a big hit for people, especially since it was a thing that was out and you felt like it was gone forever, and then it came back. I think it'll look as nice as a display piece. I'm not overly interested in it. Do I watch PewDiePie? I've watched some of his videos. I'm not subscribed to him. I liked what Mr. Beast did. I don't know if you guys know Mr. Beast, but he did this video where he was promoting PewDiePie all over the place. Like, he did billboards, he did advertising everywhere to get people to subscribe to PewDiePie, so T-Series couldn't overtake him, and it was awesome. So I just thought that was kind of fun. I don't know if T-Series has overtaken him yet or not, but it's getting pretty close, and it's kind of crazy that one guy is able to essentially overtake this entire network, which what I understand is T-Series is like the Vivo of India, which is like an entire network of stuff with all these big names and things. It's kind of unreal. Mr. Beast is a legend, says Will's Builds. I've enjoyed his videos. I'm sure you guys saw his Lego car video. Did you see the one where he was giving out tips to people for just water? Like, it was like $30,000 for donating water. It was pretty funny. Yeah, just look at Mr. Beast. He does like a lot of wacky stuff. It's all with money too, typically. Like, it just blows money like crazy. He's got one heck of a budget for his videos. But the Lego car, when he turned a golf cart into a Lego car and drove it around, and essentially it's an effort to get people's reactions and things like that. But it was pretty cool. The guy gets some crazy views too. That's my dream job, what, to be Mr. Beast? Give away money like crazy. Like, he does wacky stuff too. Like, he'll go on to Twitch streams and he'll give someone $1,000 every time they blink in the stream. He'll give someone $10,000 if they win a game of Fortnite. It's just insane stuff. But it's very clickable and very watchable, and people tend to get into it. You want to work with Mr. Beast. You can be one of the people that puts your hand on a car and the last person to take their hand off gets the Lamborghini or whatever. Hey, we can bring another character into the crew here. Let's bring Percy in. This is a non-working Percy. This is my nephew's from when they were a kid, and it got played with pretty hard, pretty beat. Yeah, sponsorships. I've seen that. I've seen where he's like, thanks to so-and-so. I can give this pizza guy a $10,000 tip. I always thought that was kind of cool. I mean, I do appreciate how he spreads the wealth, and I do appreciate his dedication because he does like some crazy stuff. Like I think he went to every Walmart in his state or something like that, and he bought a Snickers bar for one of his videos. It was kind of crazy. E.H. Bricks actually met Mr. Beast. Oh my goodness. Seems like a nice guy. What else are we going to talk about other than Mr. Beast? Do we have anything else to go on about? We're going to end this 45 minutes in. Maniac says, thanks for sharing about the Hot Wheels advent calendar. I'm looking into finding that. Be cautious, though. I thought it was something really amazing because I was thinking, oh, 24 days of Hot Wheels are going to be just awesome. And for $25, what a great value. That really makes the Thomas one at $35 look like a ripoff. But then I looked at it, and it's like, I think it only comes with 8 cars. And there's like other accessories and stuff like that. But here's the deal. My mother-in-law already bought it from what I understand because I tried warning her. I was like, hey, did you know that only comes with 8 cars? So for $25, you're much better off just going to Walmart, buying 25 random Hot Wheels, right? Because they're only like 97 cents or $1.09 or something. And just throwing them in a box and having Clark or whoever, Maniac for Bricks, pick one out each day as their advent calendar as opposed to getting 8 cars and all these like little accessories and little like, I'm going to call filler. So be careful on the Hot Wheels advent calendar unless you really like love the idea of opening up a little surprise each day. You're much better off just going and buying 24 Hot Wheels at the store and like, I don't know, doing a blind grab each day or whatever. Yeah, 8 cars, like come on. If you're going to charge the same amount of money that you can buy all the Hot Wheels for, give me 24 cars. That'd be freaking awesome. I probably would do a little bit more for that just because of the packaging and the novelty of it. I would do 35 if they were to throw in 24 cars on there. Maniac says, I'm seeing it at 15 at GameStop. Oh, I saw it on Amazon. I think that's probably where my mother-in-law got it from. Let me take a look and see what it is. The Hot Wheels advent calendar. But if it's only 15, it's still kind of marginal, I guess, because you're still talking about, I think it's 8 cars. It's $19.99 on Amazon right now. Let's see here. 24 windows for a daily surprise. Is it 8 cars? I just want to... Oh, no, it's fewer than that. They're only showing 5 here. Is it only 5 cars? What's in the calendar? 8 decorated Hot Wheels vehicles and 16 accessories with Christmas-themed packaging. Unlock kids' imagination and make every day special leading up to Christmas. Does it really unlock your imagination, though? Does it? Hot Wheels? Maybe. I'm not going to hate. Now I'm looking at the Star Wars 2018 advent calendar. I'm still not loving it. I mean, of the builds, I probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I probably like 7 of the builds out of the 24 for this year's Star Wars advent calendar. Probably not enough to justify $33 on it. Yeah, Will said I'd rather just buy 25 Hot Wheels for Clark and then buy an advent calendar, and then buy a Lego advent calendar. They're overpriced. See, the Lego one is special to me. I love the Lego one. I don't care. I really don't care what the price is. I would pay full price for it if I had to, and I have in the past. Opening that little door every morning with me and him and Mrs. Brickitect, and we pull out the little bag that's in there, and you get to build that thing. It's just so special to me. It's one of those things that money isn't necessarily the most important thing, as contrary to it as it may seem, the way I talk about things. It's the experience, and being able to do that every day. And now, geez, it's going to be insane this year because we're going to be opening up the city, we're going to be opening up the Friends, and we're going to open up a Mini and possibly a Hot Wheels. It's going to be crazy. Maniac says I can't justify $40 for a Lego advent calendar. That's Star Wars though. I think the city one that I got was 21 or 22, and the Friends one I think was 23. So $45 for 2 of them. For 24 days of fun, I think it's worth it. But it just comes down to your priorities. Maybe you're better off just taking that $40 and buying a regular Lego set out of it. It depends. Like I said, if you don't get the value out of it that I do, like when I talked to Just Too Good about it on the podcast, and he said that he basically gets advent calendars for the unique minifigs from it. And like that's totally different from my collecting, where I'm doing it because it's like a family thing and I like just experiencing it. So problem is you end up with a lot of Santa Clauses if you get the city ones. Oh man, Ninjago advent calendar, I'd be all over. Someone wanted a Batman advent calendar, I'd be all over that. Somebody also commented they want a DC and Marvel one, I'd be all over that. Like, just let the advent calendars fly. People would buy those things. Clickbrick says, I haven't ever bought an advent calendar. You're missing out. Just pick one up. Get the city one for 21 bucks. I think it's probably that price at Walmart too. And just try it out. See if you like it. Don't do what my nephew did. He got one when he was like 7 and tore the whole front of it off right at Christmas time and didn't open up any of them, like as you're supposed to open up. Make sure you do it right. Don't forget a day. We've done that where we've forgotten to do days and had to do like a couple of days in a row. What I would love to do with an advent calendar is I'd like to make my own. Someone commented today that they're making their own, and I would love to do that. It takes an incredible amount of time to craft 24 little builds that you share, but I've seen people do that, and I think that'd be really cool. Lego Freaks, never will I record 6 a day again. Maximum advent calendars videos should be 3 to 5 a week. Please make 1 video a week of your advent calendar builds, dude. Please don't do daily videos of your advent calendar. I'll temporarily unsubscribe for December if you're planning to make 3 to 5 videos a week of your advent calendar. Oh, I talked about in today's video, it gets so annoying with like December 1st. Every year I remember just going through and clicking on my subscriptions and you see 10 videos of the first day of the advent calendar build. And it's just like, oh, or in the words of Jim Blade, oof. Everybody doing the same video. If you want to be creative, here's how you can do it. Do it a day early. Beat everybody to the punch. There you go. That's how you win. So if I open a little gift from my Lego advent calendar on camera each day, will people find that annoying? I will personally. Maybe your audience will enjoy it. Like if you're not subscribed to a lot of Lego people and you're just curious about the advent calendar, or I guess if you want to, you can just pick your favorite person that opens an advent calendar each day. You can do that. But my idea, I think, is great to do it a day early. So everyone, like on November 30th, you open up the first day, and you beat everybody to the punch. So they watch your video and they're like, "Oh man, that's awesome, day 1." And then the next day, everybody uploads day 1, and they're like, "Oh, I saw this yesterday." Yeah, you could do an advent calendar backwards, I suppose. That'd be a good way to break it up too. Will's Build says, me and my grandma were talking about it, and she said she would rather a pocket with a few pieces in it in the end, so it's a complete medium-sized build. That's kind of cool. That's a cool idea. Yeah, you could do your advent calendar in January. That would also work, too. How many times does Clark watch Thomas during you filming? Oh, how many times does he watch Thomas when I'm not filming? We've watched, like, every episode. It's pretty crazy. Thomas is a good show, though. If you guys are, well, some of you guys are probably too old for Thomas and Friends. Maybe you're never too old. There's good lessons to be learned and stuff in it. I think I'm going to end this pretty soon. We're not going to go past 1 hour. I like to keep my streams under an hour. This has actually gone on a lot longer. You guys have been pretty awesome here tonight, just chatting it up with you, and you've really kept me entertained and engaged with all the things that you guys have to talk about. I really went into this with nothing, so you guys have been fun. A Technic calendar. Whoa, you know what you could do with a Technic calendar? Every day you open up like a gear or a Technic pin or just a couple pieces, and it'd be cool if you every day you kind of put that into a build, so at the very end on 24 days you have like a little small Technic build that you built. So they could have like maybe like, let's do 5 pieces each day, and then at the end of it you have what, like a 75 piece build or something like that. I don't know. Did I do the math on that? No, do over 100 pieces. Let's do 3 pieces a day to make it 75 pieces. And it'd just be like a small little Technic build. That'd be kind of neat. But yeah, I don't think you could actually make a Technic build each day. There's no way, like, there's no way you could do it. Would I finish my Technic calendar in July? Probably. Hey, listen. Bricked-A-Lot. R.I.P. Bricked-A-Lot. Whatever happened to him? Remember that guy? He used to go to live streams. He used to stream. He used to make videos. Looks like he's still on Instagram, though. I'm getting quicker with my Technic builds. My next one's going to be the ultralight helicopter, I think. I got to figure out when I'm going to start that. Speaking of starting things, since you guys have stuck with me this long, I'll give you a sneak peek as to what's going on next week. I think next week's going to be Pops Week. I think we're going to do an entire week of the Pops Log. That should be pretty cool. And the first week of December is going to be Star Wars Week. So that's when everyone can get triggered and unsubscribe. But Pops Week next week, I'm going to pick Monday through Friday. I'll pick like 5 builds. Maybe even Sunday we'll do a live stream of one of Pop's sets. And I'll probably share that on Monday then. But we'll do 5 builds out of the Pops Log. In fact, I think I even have a couple minifig polybags in there so we can do minifig Monday. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. I just kind of came up with that idea. So next week, Pops Week. And, of course, Saturday I'll be doing mail time, assuming that we have mail. Or maybe on Saturday I'll do a Pops video as well. We'll see. You guys looking forward to Pops Week? You think it'll be fun? I think it will be. I need to crank through some of those sets. I'm pretty sure he sent me the last box, the big box that he sent us. I think it was in May. That's how long it's been. 6 months I've been like kind of going through these. Thing is, I only do like one a week, if that. There's just so much stuff going on and so many things happening. I should build what I honestly should do, and I hate to do this because I like to share the entire experience. Like, I should just build stuff off camera. Instead of, like, I should just be like, hey guys, here's what I built last night. Here's what I built. Like, I built these 3 sets over the weekend. But instead I'm like, all right, let's unbox this, and I show it to you guys, and we show the bags, and show the manuals. I like to do the full thing, but I think I could get through stuff a lot faster if I did everything like off camera. But then it just gets kind of boring where I'm just like, all right, here's the Mr. Gold I built. Thanks for watching, guys. It's like, I don't know. I was trying to figure out a way that I could speed things up. But honestly, I think backlog talk and all, with the rate that I do videos, there's no way that I can... There's no way that I'm going to have enough content to keep the channel going at the pace that it is. Because say January rolls around, even if I buy all the sets, it's not going to be enough to last me 6 months or whatever, May or whatever, when the next line comes out. So eventually I probably see me tailoring the videos back to just a few days a week, because there's just not going to be enough to build unless I do go back into my Lego City, which I may do. And I want to get into MOCs as well. But it won't be the backlog probably won't be a thing anymore. And I'll kind of be doing things a little bit differently, but I'm looking forward to that. And I hope you guys are too. So that's kind of where the future is going to go. Maniac says, I'm pretty sure mail time is half the backlog fuel. It'll always supply. I don't know. I think even mail time is kind of tailoring off too. And I expected it to happen a lot sooner in the year than it did, but I've noticed like maybe over the last month or so, it's kind of tailored back a good bit. Maybe people have like my theory was that anyone that was going to send us mail probably sent it, and I kind of feel like that's the way it is now, but we'll see. My motto is, if you send us mail, we'll share it, and unless it's like, you know, like one item or something like that, I may not make a whole video on that, and I may have to start stacking it up for a couple weeks, and maybe we'll do like mail time monthly or something like that as the future, as it goes by. But I'll share everything that we get, and I'll definitely be keeping the channel rolling for you guys as time goes by here. And I'm definitely excited to take my channel in a more creative direction in 2019 once the backlog is finally defeated, because I want to do more MOCs, and I want to do things like the Great Hall where I built that extra side on, and kind of show you guys what I'm capable of in that regard, as opposed to just every day flying through a set so we can get through this crazy backlog that we have. So I think we're going to end on that. I hope you guys are as excited about the future as I am, because I think it's going to be fantastic, and I appreciate all of you guys being along for the ride. And I appreciate you guys taking time out of your night to hang out with me here. If you were here in the first 10 minutes, you saw me take these things apart. Other than that, we just had a nice talk, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening as well. We'll see you in the next live stream.